Recording in progress.
Well, we'll go ahead and start our meeting. We'll call our council meeting to order. Congratulations, everybody. Welcome to the council. Audience, stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilor Fazino.
Present.
Mayor Kaczynski.
Here.
Councilor Luddy. Councilor Payanessa.
Here.
Councilor Rosso.
Here.
Councilor Yanaga.
Here.
Councilor Veach. Mayor, you have a quorum.
Welcome, everybody. Again. So designation of deputy mayor. Brendan Light. If you want it. I don't think you showed up tonight. All right,
Okay,
good on that?
sure. I will accept that, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you very much. Pleasure working with you. Okay, so we have proclamation. Joanne's out here, so.
I can just send it to her if you want. Do you want to read it?
Yeah. Our outgoing councilwoman. Town of Berlin Town Council proclamation be it hereby known to all the town hereby recognizes Joanne Angelico Stetson as she completes her term of office on the Berlin Town Council, having served with distinction from November 2017 until November 2021. While on the council, Joanne served on the Budget Committee, Ordinance Committee, Audit Committee, Technology Committee, Community Conversations Committee, Meeting House, and the Central Connecticut Health District Committee. She also served on the Board of Education from November 2014 until November 2017, and the Economic Development Commission from February 2014 until November 2017. In recognition of her service to the town of Berlin and the many contributions she made to improve the quality of life in our community, the town council hereby salutes Joanne Angelico Stetson and extends best wishes to her for many years of health and happiness in her future endeavors, dated today's date by myself. So, congratulations, Joanne, for your service. Thank you. You sure can.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention Joanne in her 4 years of service. It was an honor to have her sit next to me for 4 years. And I will say that she was a good influence on me. She was the conscience of our caucus and became the moral compass for me. She was very active in her opinions in caucus and outside here, and she didn't really want to steal the limelight here. But I just wanted her to know, and I wish she was here, that she made us a better body by the sheer elegance of her example. And I'd like to thank her for her 4 years.
Thank you. So on to new business.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Congratulations to all the council members. We have two agenda items today. The first one is the extension to a corporation council accountability contract for Leanne D'Onofrio LLP. The agreement is attached to you. We are requesting an extension for 2 years. The rates that were submitted in 2016 stays the same. And at the same time, the retainer rates or the hourly rates have not changed. And at the bottom, this is a sentence from Mr. D'Onofrio. He put it in there, and they say proposing to maintain the status quo because they enjoy and appreciate working with the Berlin's wonderful team. And it goes both ways. We truly enjoy the partnership working with Jeff and his team. They are responsive. And we have a question, anyone on the team, we call them, they get back to us in a timely fashion, they give good advice. And I'm sure, Mr. Mayor, you have experience as work ethic and a good relationship with them, and we're recommending that he send that contract to more years.
Yeah, I mean, ditto that. I mean, a great, a great corporation counsel for us. Jennifer, the firm as well, is great. Great service to the town, and we're happy to extend this. There's just every day, every week, there's some issue that needs, some advice from our corporation counsel in today's world. We know how that goes, and he's always available and always has done an outstanding job for the town of Berlin. So we really appreciate last few years with him and his firm, and Jennifer helping out on planning and zoning. And actually, where is Mr. D'Onofrio? Where is he?
He did have a meeting conflict, so I.
Did he? Okay, now
Yes,
that's
I'm
that's
here
fine.
in Steve.
No, we appreciate you being here. So yeah, I think it's a positive recommendation to keep them going, and obviously it's involved in a lot of ongoing issues too. So it does make it that much more efficient to keep our legal counsel, our same legal counsel. Any other comments from the council?
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, I'm glad to see that they're keeping their price structure the same for us. Almost every segment of society or business out there is seeing huge increases. Or, my business and construction, there are items you can't find. So I'm glad that on your end, you're helping out the town, borough, keeping things the same. Thank you.
Thank you, Brendan. Anyone else?
You guys have done a wonderful job in the town, and we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
You good? Okay. Go ahead and take a motion.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, I move to approve an extension of Kulia and D'Onofrio LLP, to continue as corporation counsel of the town of Berlin for a period of 2 years, through and including the organizational meeting of the town council following the 2023 general municipal election.
Thank you. Second on that? Second. Any other comments and questions? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? The motion carries.
Second item on the agenda is the approval of easements on town pump station property at 436 Berlin Turnpike. And to give you a brief overview of the agenda item, I have Michael Hurd, who's a director of public works. But you do look like the Blues Brothers. with those cool glasses. That's okay.
Well, it's a festive night. Congratulations to the town council and the mayor. I'm sorry?
Messing up our meeting because usually we don't do much business at this meeting, so now you gotta break that trend, but that's okay.
It's in the interest of economic development, Mr. Mayor. So if you guys are ready, don't even look at all the easement descriptions. If you just look at that little map that we included in your packet, I'll take you through the easements and the history quickly, hopefully, and then you guys can decide if it's a good idea for the town to proceed. Essentially, the Berlin Turnpike sewer pump station is the biggest pump station that Berlin Water Control has, and it's on this ridiculously small triangular shaped parcel that looks like a triangle fell over on its left side. And it's surrounded by private property to the north, west, and south. That property is being developed by Peter Diadio presently, and as part of his pre-application meeting and in request, he wanted to switch an access easement that he had that is in the north east corner of the property. There's a driveway there and it goes into his property. That was his only means of access before he started developing the property. He wanted to extinguish that in return for the town granting an easement on the western tip of the triangle, which is shaded in a gray or dark, like a charcoal color on your map. That was the start of it. And as in most things, it got more complicated as we went forward. What we did and what Berlin Water Control did was hire our engineer who's been working on other pump stations to take a look at what what area would be needed for a future pump station upgrade, which is going to be coming. And the long and short of it is Peter Diadio's development company gave us an easement to the north, which is in like a hatch. You'll see like a hatched area. That is actually on the development site. In return, the town is proposing to give him an easement on the western tip of the triangle for a driveway or internal roadway that will connect his gas station, which is being developed now on the south, to his residential, hotel, and retail development to the north. So in return for giving basically a underutilized piece of property the town has, we're going to be getting rights to expand the pump station to the north onto his property. And that these are just permanent easements. In addition, there are two other easements that are involved that we would like to grant to Mr. Diadio. One is around, there's a little bit of a strip along the southern property boundary and just inside that access easement. And that would be to maintain and access his retaining wall, which he'll be constructing to create the pads that will, hold his development. In addition, there's also on the southeast corner, and that's a hatched, actually, it's got a striped pattern on it. That's in the southeast corner or the lowest corner of the triangle on your map. That is for a sanitary sewer line and manhole access easement. His sanitary line will be connecting to our manhole, Berlin Water Control's manhole, before it goes into the pump station. And that was actually agreed upon. That was suggested by Berlin Water Control as the best solution in lieu of connecting between two manholes on the line. That's a 42-inch gravity line coming into that pump station. So we'd rather have it connect to a sanitary manhole than him to create another manhole. It's a lot easier. So there's a maintenance and access easement for the sewer line. So the long and short of it is that there's 3 easements that Mr. Diadio would get, and 1 large easement the town would get for future upgrade of the pump station. Jeff D'Onofrio has been all over this with me. We've been going back and forth for months, and this is the end of this process. And I think it's a good deal. We actually gain a little bit extra area because the access easement that is currently being used by Mr. Diadio will also be extinguished. So we'll be freeing up that part of that little triangular property. So the request tonight is to allow Corporation Council to finalize the easements, and then for town manager to sign and execute the easement agreements that you have in your packet. And then I will record them with Kate. We already have the Mylar of the easement map, and we're finalizing the easement documents, and that should be ready tomorrow if for signature, if it goes the way I would like it to go right now.
All right, thank you, Mike. Yeah, this property has been there for, I don't know how many years. We've always helped to develop it. We're happy that Mr. Diadio has come forward. It's already been kind of a long road to get even to this part, and we know we had the pump station to deal with, which is difficult too. So I appreciate all the hard work by Attorney D'Onofrio and Mike and Water Control and everyone. I know Ray Jamros, I'm sure, worked hard on it. So glad to see it coming together finally. And we put it on the agenda because Mr. Diadio wants to move forward and get some things done before winter. So we didn't want to wait till our November 30th meeting and delay him any further. So seems to make sense. I know we put a lot of time and effort into it as Mr. Diadio. So it's good to me, but members of the council, questions, comments for Mike? None. We've all been, most of us have been here. And so we have seen this development move forward, so we're pretty excited about it. Again, we've been working on developing the Berlin Turnpike, and here's another one that this property is just south, I guess, right? South of the Blue Lobster. So anyway, all right. So if we're all good with that, we'll go ahead and take a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move to authorize the Corporation Council to finalize and the town manager to sign the 4 easement documents for the Berlin Pump Station property located at 436 Berlin Turnpike, as shown on the proposed easement map prepared for BT 2008 LLC, 404 Berlin Turnpike, Berlin, Connecticut, prepared by the Bon Giovanni Group, Inc., and dated October 14th, 2021, and to approve the recording of this map and easements with the town clerk.
Thank you. Second on that? Second. Any other comments or questions from the council? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? So moved. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks. Good night. Before we go forward with our, what's the next thing on our agenda, the committees, right? We're gonna look at. I'd like to introduce our new police, well, superintendent, now soon to be police chief, Matt McNally. I don't know if you want to say a few words. Feel free. We're happy to have you. On the spot, not on the spot or anything, right? Put you on the spot. That's all right. You got it.
I'm sorry, come on up. We're gonna put you
gotta
on.
come up. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's worse.
If you-
I guess I get the message now. I just come when you need something.
Please come all the time.
Just excited. Been here a little over a week. It's a beautiful town. Everybody's been great. I'm having a good time with this job. I like the challenge. You know, they said it was very quiet. It hasn't been that quiet this past week. Somebody lied there. But I'm always open. My door's open. And I'm meeting a lot of people, and I know we're gonna be doing coffee with a cop coming up, I think, right after Thanksgiving, and we'll have a Saturday where anybody can come see me and pick my brain and let me know what's going on, what your concerns are and all. I find the officers downstairs in just really a week and a half are phenomenal. You have great officers that are working in this town. It's a testament to the leadership they had prior and to the training that they've had. And we want to keep them all. So, you know, anybody got a question? I'll take a question.
We'll let you up easy tonight.
Thank you.
That'll come later during the budget process.
You know, I was studying that
We'll
budget.
wait for
already.
that.
Don't worry, I know I gotta go to the finance guys.
Welcome, Chief.
Thank you.
Well, good to have you. Good to have you. And Chief McNally has, you know, a long career with Danbury PD and former Marine. What is it, 37 years with Danbury?
Was it gonna be 37 January?
37 years. Wow, a long time. Instructor, just unbelievable resume. So we're happy to have you and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Okay, now on to our very exciting rest of the meeting. Very dull, but that's our number. Very exciting. All right, where are we at now? Town council members. Right, Rush?
Yeah, it's you, Mr. Mayor. Start with the standing committees.
Yeah.
You have, I think Kate gave you a copy of all the other members, or you?
Yeah,
So.
I was hoping for that cheat sheet. Yeah.
What we were on before.
Yeah.
What you were on that you forgot about. COVID-19, I don't think anybody was on anything. right?
No, that's
I
true.
mean, we just didn't meet that much, thank you.
So while Kate is distributing that, couple of comments, Mayor, Council. You might want to consider some of these appointments respectful to say, because some of those committees have not met over a year or this term. So maybe it served the purpose some time ago, but the council might want to consider some of the committees where we are not meeting regularly. And perhaps a charge might be to the rules committee to take a look at the committee membership, and rather than us deciding now, charge the rules committee to take a look at it and see if we should actually have those committees, and so or not.
Yeah, no, I agree. Right, the many of them, they're not meeting, and I mean, if we ever need them, we could always reconvene them, fill them, right? So, Peter, you know, I don't. So,
Roche, I looked up last year's or 2 years ago in our meeting, we had that suggestion 2 years ago. That the town clerk would work with the Rules and Procedures Committee, but a lot of things happened, so that didn't happen. And there was other comments about like the audit committee. I mean, there's no reason for town council to have the audit committee, right?
I did talk to the finance director and he said it is up to the council. It may be beneficial to have one person on there, but again, it's up to the council.
I would add the audit committee might be good to have someone from the council at the end of the year when the audit is complete and when the external auditor is presented, to have someone from the council from the governing body of this town at that meeting. But I'm not sure that we need a budget committee. I think that was probably set out before.
Yeah, that was not on the agenda. I took that off.
All the work now.
Yeah, that was before, the finance. Board of Finance came in, so
Would it make sense to take these home?
yes. Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest that. Yeah, so, yeah, for the benefit of Jack, obviously, and all of us, just to look through these again, and then we could also, make the suggestions on which ones that we think maybe we can dispense with. So, yeah, we can take some time, and there's no rush on that. I don't think there's any urgent meeting of the technology committee right now, or the fire strategic committee. I'm not sure what Donna seems to be on that one.
I don't know.
Maybe we
I
just
hate
like.
to say it, I don't think I
That's right
know.
up
I
there
think the
with the
software.
Madagascar watershed. Peter, do you know what that?
Was that?
Yeah, you two are on the Madagascar watershed. We're not sure what you guys did with that.
Sure. On another subject, I can't hear
Oh, with
as
that.
it is.
No,
This cone of silence here, if you ever watch, that's smart. I mean, it's impossible to hear.
I hear.
I mean,
It's very strange.
Mayor and I have to back up so can we talk about getting rid of these? I mean,
Yeah,
we're talking about that for 3 months.
yeah, we'll have to, that's another topic of discussion. Yeah, I think we're all sitting in like a fishbowl to each other here. It's very strange. It was COVID related. We tried to protect ourselves from ourselves, I guess, so. But we'll work on that. It is difficult to communicate with them, so we'll talk about that too. So yeah, let's take this home and study it hard at night, all night, every night, study it, and figure out what you want to do with it. And we'll come back and figure it out on the 30th. So yeah, this meeting generally is ceremonial like it has been. We just, took care of a couple pieces of business we needed to, but the real work will begin the 30th is our next council meeting. So we gave ourselves an easy night. Even way too early, right? We like to stay at about 11 or 11:30. At least that's what I tell my wife. You're never quite sure. Are you coming home sometime tonight, hon? So, this is not usual. Usually this is much later, much later. Anyway, all right. So if we're all set, any other comments from anyone? If not, we'll take a motion to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
Okay.